Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be seeing what's coming in for you for love and career for December 2025. This is a timeless reading though, so whenever you find this message is when you're supposed to hear it. First we will be going over career and then we're going to dive into your love portion of the reading. You can check the timestamps below if you only want to check out one or the other. At the very end I will be pulling names from my name deck to see extra confirmation that who this could pertain to. Your name could be in there, so you never know. If you would like a personal reading, make sure to check out my description box below. There you can order a personal reading from my Moonlight Studios website and see my other socials. I am on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and yeah. So we're going to go ahead and begin. I will be using my Tarot de la Nuit deck and my De la Nuit Oracle deck for today's messages. Make sure to check out my full moon readings I just did last week. There could be a message in there for you as well. I will also be doing new moon readings this week. They're all sign videos. So if you're interested, check it out if you feel like you want to. So yeah, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below if this reading resonated with you. Turn on that notification bell, that way you know when I drop another video. But yeah, let's get connected. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Spirit. What's going on for their career? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Virgos. Make sure to check out your other placements, if my other videos for your other placements. We have Puss in Boots. It's funny. I had just seen that. We also have Emerald City. I'm getting a lot of adventure energy. Death of something new moving into... Death of something old moving into something new. So before I started this reading, I was shuffling the cards. I always pre-shuffle and then I shuffle again. And Puss in Boots was actually on the bottom of the deck. And when I first saw it, it looked like the Grim Reaper. So I take that as the death card. So the death of something old moving into something new. Puss in Boots in general is about adventures, going on new adventures. Emerald City, a new location kind of deal. You could be moving to somewhere new for work. You could be going into a new job, new team building experience. Anything else that you want to tell me, Spirit? I feel like you were led to this. They are bringing up the yellow brick road. It's things that have happened in your past have led you to this moment to experience this new thing. You're breaking free from something that kept you stuck in the past. This is kind of similar to Leo. You could be a cusp. Anything else, Spirit? I just feel like you were stuck for so long and you're just now finally breaking free. There might have been delays and stuff for this to happen. Mulan setting out on new adventures. They're saying saving China. So in other words, what they mean by that is something very important is happening in your life, something that's life altering. Also, you're discovering yourself too with the help of your guides. I feel like that's really important. You are following your intuition at this time on where you should go, and if you're not, you should be. I feel like that's really important. The Sword of Truth is what they just said. Interesting. So it's reminding me of the Ace of Swords, having a breakthrough moment, something new coming in. We're pointing out the sword for Puss in Boots. So this is like I said, this is all about new adventures and stuff. And even with the hat and the boots, putting those on and like not just being a regular cat, like being a warrior kind of deal. Even with Mulan, like she obviously was a girl and she made herself look like a guy and she became a warrior for China, like defending her family's honor and her country and everything. But I feel like this is very similar to like what you're going through. Sorry about the vehicle out front. But yeah, I just feel like you're really experiencing something new. You're moving to a different location. It's something that you're supposed to do, breaking free of old habits, breaking free of something that kept you stuck, people who might have even kept you stuck. I'm picking up on somebody who might have not had a lot going for them when they were growing up. Maybe their family was kind of like financially unsecure, like in poverty or something, and it feels like you just thought there was no hope back then. But it's like you don't want to stay living and stay stuck in that kind of energy. You want to expand and grow and make something for yourself. So I feel like that's what's going on. You might even like, I kind of get the feeling that even like your family, you could have toxic family members, don't get me wrong. It kind of feels like they're like, oh, you're leaving me? How could you leave me? Kind of deal. But the thing is, like, you want to make something for yourself. You want to... It's kind of like Mulan. She wanted to, fight in her father's place because he couldn't do it himself. So I feel like it's very similar in that aspect. I'm going to go ahead and close the window, so just a second. Okay, that should be a little better. I also moved the camera so that you could see the cards better. But yeah. So I just feel like you could be dealing with a family who's trying to stop you from going, and they're kind of worried that like you can't achieve things on your own, but you have that goal and that ambition that you want to see through. You're manifesting this heavily. Very heavily. Whoa, okay. Yeah, you're radiant, you're shining. Celebrations to be had. Somebody could have just like got out of high school too. I'm picking up on like a scholarship or something. That's for someone, not everyone. So that could be something important. You could have just graduated from college too. Moving through, ending a cycle, beginning a new one. Yeah. Moving through, like leaving things in the old. It's like you're finally releasing things that you didn't want to be stuck in. You're finally moving on to something new, something that's going to be like worthwhile, You're no longer stuck in this situation. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to make a name for yourself. You want to grow and expand. Again, you have goals to reach. You want to have security behind you. You don't want to have to worry about money. And we have conflict. I feel like that's the family. I feel like you leaving, even if it's not family, it could be like friends or even like old co-workers or something. You're leaving something behind, and there's conflict about it. Like they don't want to see you leave because obviously they love you. However, you have to do this. You have to move forward. A tower, something significant happened, but this was on the Four of Wands. Okay. They're also giving me another storyline here. You could have been married and you could have got divorced, and so you're breaking free from that. Maybe you were going to school while you were married, and like now like everything's starting over because you got a divorce. Some of you, maybe that's the conflict, you leaving. It's like you don't want to be stuck anymore. I feel like if you were married, like this partner is not somebody who is aligned with you because they wanted to stay stuck. They wanted to stay in that energy and they didn't want to grow. and you wanted to make a name for yourself, so that's where the conflict came in. You definitely could be a Leo cusp. We have a Leo popping out, and then the Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. So you definitely could have a Leo cusp or a Leo in your chart somehow, especially when it comes to like Saturn. You're healing from this whole situation. If you haven't healed yet, you're going to heal once that cycle completely closes and you move away from whoever you're moving away from. Yeah, you're rediscovering life and even love, putting a lot of focus into your work, into things that you love. I feel like that's extremely important to you right now. Anything else, Spirit? What else is going on? You're just really wanting to build your life. You want to create a foundation that you can be proud of. Ace of Wands, conflict. Yeah. I feel like some of you definitely could have been married or like in a relationship of some sort and you ended it, and because you want to chase after your passions in life with your career. Could even be like love in general. We do have new love here, new passions here. I just feel like you just weren't happy at the place that you were. It feels like it's kind of like I was saying with Puss in Boots. Like before he was just a cat, but like he put on the boots, he put on the hat, like he turned into a whole different like creature. He had like personality, and he fought for what he wanted, and he had that confidence built, you know. Um, he wasn't just settling for the mundane life. He was actually going on adventures and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's you. I kind of feel like you're bored where you were and you just want to grow. You want to expand. I'm getting a lot of growth energy. You want to go on new adventures. Yep. And yeah. Yep, new adventures. You're finally speaking your truth. You're finally like allowing that part of you to be shown. Um and I feel like that's what caused the tower, because whoever you were connected with wasn't expecting you to change. They weren't expecting you to want to move and like do something drastic with your life, changing your entire life. They thought that you were going to stick by them and, you know, not abandon them, I guess. Now again, this could be love, family, friends. It's not like connected to any one person. There's multiple Virgos listening to this message. So only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Never try to force anything to fit. You'll know if this is your story. But you're finally, I feel like it's supposed to be this Sun card. Yeah. This has Leo. This has Leo. This is a Leo card too. Yeah, I feel like you're regaining that confidence, which is bringing back strength and happiness into your life. You're seeing the sun. You're no longer trapped in the dark. I feel like you're putting an end to old cycles, and I feel like you're going through the healing process of letting everything, you know, go and like healing from those emotions and everything. And then I feel like you're going to find success with this. Okay, you're going to be able to feel comfortable and feel at peace with the decision that you're making. Yeah, dreams coming true. I do feel like they tried to, whoever you are attached to, they may not have done it on purpose, but I do feel like they caused a delay in your dreams coming true and like what career you wanted to go after. But now like you're turning that around. You're moving in a direction that's actually going to bring you this peace, happiness, and wish fulfillment. So even new love, possibly. Yeah. So it's like that. Turn like that. So Three of Swords is all about like heartbreak and things like that. This is under your finance portion of the reading. Like you want to be stable, secure financially and, you know, mentally, physically. You're working your ass off to get out of this energy that's brought you down. I feel like this is more towards your confidence. I feel like people have torn you down with your confidence, maybe even like in depression, because like you didn't have the financial means of doing things that you've wanted to do. So now you're like trying to make a change to your life so you'll have those financial means, like buying a house, getting a car, like, you know, the normal things that you're supposed to do in life. I feel like you're getting out of that energy. And justice is prevailing, yeah. Notice how it was upside down over here on the tower. So the tower had to happen so justice could flip right side up. You had to speak your truth for it to flip right side up. But in doing so, you had to break some kind of contract. This is like family, friends, love. And then this card, obviously, I was going to place right here, which is about new passionate beginnings. But again, conflict from what has happened over here. So, and then movement forward into your new adventures and what's to come and all that. Balancing things out. I do feel like you might be talking to these people and saying, hey, look, we can still keep in contact. Like, I'm not gonna just up and leave you. Like, I still want something to do with you, but I need to go after my dreams. I need to do whatever it takes to get me to where I want to go. And if that means like moving to a different location, then that's what I need to do. I'm sorry, mom and dad, like I have to fly out of the nest, you know, I have to take that leap. So, yeah, they're telling me that might be a conversation you're having with people. And you know, you should be really proud of yourself. Let's be for real here, Virgo. You need to be very proud of yourself because you have come from a place somewhere you were feeling down in the dumps and depressed, and you know, just you didn't feel worthy of anything. You didn't feel like you're doing anything with your life. And you're finally turning that around for yourself. You're living in your truth. You're being who you were meant to be. You're gaining that confidence back and you're actually happy now. So it's important to see how far that you have come on this journey and keep on moving forward. Keep following through with your dreams. That's really important, is what the guides are saying. Anything else? Yep, manifesting this new beginning, which kind of hurts because like I stated, like you have to say goodbye to the old to welcome in the new. So it's like, you know, change is hard because you can't just bring all these people into your new life. Like that's not how it works. When you want to make that change, some people like stay and some people, you know, fade out over time. But there is ways to like keep in contact with these people if you truly want to. If the relationship's meant to do that in your life, it will happen. Just remember that. If there's any reason for it not to happen, that's just God's rejection is your protection. Like, what's best for you is you living out your hopes and your desires that you want for yourself in this lifetime. And if these people don't know how to basically graduate with you, then they get left behind. Just simple as that. The phone works both ways. Like if they want to keep in contact with you, then they can call, you know. You do have many options when it comes to this new, they're saying fairy tale. Interesting words. Because life is not, like reality isn't normally seen as a fairy tale. But in this case, I feel like it is a fairy tale for you because you're actually like going after those dreams and seeing them through. So, and you're learning a lot from this whole situation. You're learning how to manage your emotions, manage your finances, and keep moving forward. You know, this was a huge learning experience that your soul has asked for you to learn before you even came to this earth. So, yeah, this was all meant to happen. So, as far as signs go, you could be dealing with Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Leo again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, yep, those are my signs that I see. That could be heavily in your chart or whoever you're dealing with. Could be in theirs. Okay. So now we're going into the focus messages. Spirit, can you tell me what focus messages specifically for this reading for Virgo? Please connect to Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But what focus messages are directed towards this reading for them to focus on? The main energies. Make sure you think of 2 questions, yes and no questions. Label them 1 and 2. Answers will pop out in the order that they are received, is the order that they will be answered. Okay, so I said God's rejection is your protection, man. Divine timing. Everything was supposed to happen in divine timing, and it will. Okay, things will all start falling into place exactly how they're supposed to be falling into place. I am seeing 888 in my mind's eye. It's like things are balancing out, falling into place is what they're saying. So now if that pops out, I have no idea. I didn't see it, so not physically. But we'll see if it pops out. So, okay. Yeah, everything was supposed to happen in divine timing. Everything's falling together. We have October. That is Libra and Scorpio. We have new love. So yeah, I was definitely picking up on a new love. This could be even like a new love for life, a new like career that you love. Take it as it resonates. Don't force anything to fit. We have 999. Release, let go of what no longer serves you. So yeah, and look how it's landing on Mulan. You're changing your whole life course. Whatever doesn't serve you anymore, you're stepping into the new you. You're finding out who you are. The song Reflection is popping up for Mulan. So listen to Reflection. That's an important song for you in regards to this reading. We have Aries, which is March and April. They are coming back correct. So somebody in your life is coming back correct. Maybe you could have had a falling out with someone and maybe disagreements or something, and like things are being fixed. Take that as that resonates though. Don't force it to fit. It's only going to fit for some of you. We have moon sign, which is, you could be a moon sign Virgo. That is September and August. November is important. That's Sagittarius and Scorpio energy. New beginnings. So release the old, bring in the new. You could be a rising sign Virgo. We have long term. So something is turning around, so something long term and stable can come in. We have 1212, self-identity, stepping into your power and purpose. This is reminding me again, Puss in Boots, him not being afraid, like he's being unapologetically him. Like he doesn't bow down to no one. He knows who he is and he goes after what he wants in life. Okay. Some of you may have dealt with a cheater, which actually led you to your self-identity. That's a possibility. I'm also getting some of you could have been accused for cheating. This is only going to be some of you, not all of you. But yeah, if people are accusing you of cheating, normally it's a reflection on them. Either they're doing it or something in their past, caused them to have those toxic thoughts. So yeah. Cancer could be important. That's July and June. 777. Look, wonderful things are about to happen. A new job is coming your way. So yeah, you could definitely be moving and get into a new job. It's a lucky time right now, so take advantage. We do have Pisces, and we're coming out of Mercury retrograde. So as far as like, signing new contracts, awesome. Like bring in that new energy. But we have Pisces, which is February and March. We have Capricorn, which is January and December. God's rejection is your protection, especially if you dealt with a cheater. They're not going to change. If they did cheat on you, they're not going to change. So if you feel like, well, they're coming back correct, that must be what's going on. No, that's not what's going on. no dear. um, in that kind of case, they are coming back correct. It could be just the energies are realigning to like the path that you're supposed to be on. Like you're going on the correct path. Okay. Someone is wearing a mask. See, somebody could be coming back to you, apologizing. Oh, don't leave. Like, I'll change, blah, blah, blah. Somebody's wearing a mask. They're telling you that they'll change, and they're not. We have March, which is April and Pisces, or Aries and Pisces. Sorry. We have Scorpio, which also landed underneath new job. That's important. Scorpio is all about change, something ending, something beginning. Scorpio is October and November. So you can trust them. I feel like that's your guides. You can trust the path that you're on now. I feel like it's aligning to your power, your purpose, and trusting yourself is also what they're saying. That's really important. We have Sagittarius, could be borderline, Capricorn, Sagittarius, cusp could be important. That's December and November. And then we have miscommunication. So some kind of miscommunication could have happened, just so you know. I don't see any yes or no's popping out. So we are going to pull from my deck, my pink deck. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, can you tell me the answers to Virgo's questions? Number 1, we have the moon. It was upside down. It shows deception, misunderstanding, fear, anxiety, and clarity. And the answer to your first question is a no. Okay. Second question, please, Spirit. Thank you. And this is also upside down. So this is acceptance, contentment, reunion, and seeing positive. And the answer is no for that one too. It's 5 of Cups. So yeah. Take that as you will, but those energies could pertain to your questions. Just keep that in mind. So yeah. But this is the end of your career reading. I hope it resonated, and I'm wishing you the very best. Take advantage of that good luck that is showing up for you right now. Just so you know, Virgo, I'm an artist. I do have a book out. It's called Crystal Beast. It is a 12-book series. Each book is a different astrology sign. The first book is called Crystal Beast: Journey to the Secrets of the Amazon Rainforest. And it pertains to animals finding their crystal and turning into their higher selves to defeat whatever is going on in their realm. Okay. Taking care of the issue. And I do plan to turn it into an animation, TV show, movie one day, eventually. But there are 12 main books. It will be 36 books altogether, though, for that series. Possibly a branch off into even more. That is to be seen. Don't know for sure yet, but first we want to get done with the first 12 main books. But yeah, I do have that. These are my books. So each of the series, each of the main books, so this is the first main book, this is the attached coloring book, and then there will also be an attached baby book full of like lullabies for kids and things like that. But this helps, this is a children's book, so it helps children learn about animals and like wherever they're at. This one's the Amazon rainforest, so it teaches them about that a little bit and the issues happening there. How humans are hurting the environment. The animals are trying to put a stop to it, by turning into their higher selves. And yeah, Arrow finds his higher self roaming around well, spirit guides him. Then he runs into humans, fire happens. But yeah, the gist of the book: finds his crystal, transforms, yeah. And then he takes care of the problem. At the very end, we have Eros fun facts, and that talks about like things that are happening in the rainforest. Um, so it's a mixture of like spirituality and um, scientific facts. And then we have Crystal Beast Arrow and Amazon Friends ABCs. Arrow goes through the Amazon and he meets all these different animals, A through Z. The kids can color it in. On the back, we have the information regarding that animal. So it's educational and they get to have fun coloring. The paper is really good too. And then there's like different activities for each, like a couple pages. Every couple pages, there's like an activity that the kids can have fun with. And then like Arrow's word search. So this actually, this is from the book. So like temple, guardian, realm, diamond, you know. This is Arrow's family. We have Arrow, his mother Mira, Chase, his brother, Milo, his brother. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun stuff. Answer key in the back, QR code for more stuff in my shop. They can even create like jungle puppets. It's one of my favorite activity pages. They can color, cut them out, put them on a popsicle stick. But yeah, so for like the crossword puzzle, questions about the book, and they get to fill it out and stuff. But yeah, everything is handmade by me. My sister is the writer. She writes everything in the main book. But yeah, we both collab on the ideas and the storyline and everything. So if you're interested in that, check that out. We will be creating the second book here soon. That one's all going to be about Atlantis and ocean life creatures, and yeah. And when you order from Moonlight Studios, 15% of proceeds does go back to the animals and the environment. So you can take advantage of that by ordering it through, actually like ordering it through me instead of the other places. I don't have control over what the other places spend the money on, but yeah, I go to different charities and I give it to like the Amazon environmental sanctuaries. And then I also have Jungle Baby Collection, which is crocheted animals. Those they come with adoption papers, and then each of them are unique because I do not follow patterns. I do it all by hand, and you know, they're all unique in their own way. None of them are exactly the same. But yeah, so there's like a little info sheet that comes with them as well. And then those can be ordered either through my markets or through my Moonlight Studios website. And then I'm also creating another line called Jungle Buddies. So this is my Jungle Buddy, my first one. He's a bat. He's actually a backpack, little bag. He's not completely done. His body is the actual bag itself. I have to still do the wings, the feet, and the tail. But so their heads pop off, pretty much. I know. Crazy, right? A little terrifying, but it is what it is. Yeah, so open it up. And then inside the bag, there's like a liner for Moonlight Studios. It represents my brand, so it goes along with that. But yeah, so this guy will be available on my website soon when he's completely done. But yeah, I also do custom work. You can check out my Etsy as well. I do sell other things like blankets and shirts and tote bags and just bags in general and like a whole bunch of different things. So if you're interested in that, check that out. But yeah, let's get into your love portion of the reading. Okay, got my cards. Let's see. Let's dive in, Spirit. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Virgo. What is going on for their love portion of this reading? Please connect to them. What's going on? Make sure you think of your situation. It helps connect to the cards. Okay, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, we have the Blue Fairy. Cinderella. This is a lot about like ancestors and stuff helping make your dreams come true, helping you get on the right path on like where you're supposed to go, what's going to change your life, what's meant for you, what's going to be your best outcome. Your Beauty and the Beast, breaking free from anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Especially if you've been put through like a lot of lessons. Breaking free from those lessons. Merida. You may actually feel like very like independent and don't really need a man, but you would like a man. It's like exactly what I just said. Like you don't need a man, but you would really like a man. I feel like you hide this though. I feel like you might tell people like, oh, I don't need someone. I could do it on my own, you know? You're very independent, very, go-getter attitude when it comes to like work and anything you want in life. It's like you don't need somebody to, they're saying dictate to how you should live your life. But you don't need somebody to like complete you. You already complete yourself. However, you would like to have happiness and love and like that companionship in your life. So I feel like that's where it's leading. Let's see what the tarot has to say. You might have been trapped in a relationship, some of you, and that maybe that's why you want to be breaking free from some kind of relationship. Interesting. You could have gone through a breakup. You could have gone through a breakup. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like you might have felt trapped with the past person you were with, and you weren't able to like fully be yourself, and now you might be like standing on your shit and like achieving things, and you're kind of afraid to lose that independence. That's for someone else out there. Only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Never force anything to fit. Okay, Spirit, tell me more. Nostalgia. Definitely thinking about past things. Tell me more. Okay, so the wheel is turning. Things are changing in your life. You might have been independent before, too. Hold on. Two of Swords, making a decision. What are they making a decision on? You're changing your life in some way. No longer stuck in the past. Nine of Swords. You have anxiety about whatever this is, like whatever's going on. I'm picking up on a lot of different Virgos. Tell me more. Okay, new love. You're definitely going after new love. You have anxiety about it, though. Six of Pentacles. You want someone who equally gives you an equal give and take. You don't want to be the only giver and vice versa. Sorry about the sound in the background. Oh, I just dropped a card. Oh no. There it is. Okay. Yeah, moving out of anything that doesn't give to you correctly. Page of Pentacles. Try to build something stable. Like, you might have done that in the past, but it didn't turn out. What is this? Star. Going after something new. But you're at a like pause on what you want to do, what you want to bring into your life. Okay. Yeah, they're telling me you're very independent and you kind of question if you need a man. I feel like you are very successful. I feel like again, you would like love, but at the same time, like, you don't need somebody. I feel like you have made a name for yourself. Justice, yeah. Definitely with work. Definitely with work. Um so even though, like, you haven't received that partner that you've been wanting yet, it's like you've received other things instead, like work related. um and even like your independence, like building on yourself first. um I feel like there's just like, you can only focus on so many things in your life at one time. You can't focus, it's hard to like balance out both love and work. So it's like, first you need to build up yourself before you can like pour into someone else, kind of deal. So that's what it's kind of like giving me. There's a reason for everything to happen. I do feel like you've given to people in the past and it didn't give back. I do feel like things are changing now. You might have actually found someone new who is actually giving to you, and it could move into potential marriage. So I do feel like you're building something, like committing, something that could actually be worth your time and effort. Can you tell me more about this Five of Swords? Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're building something in the past, some kind of stability in the past, and it just didn't turn out that the way that like you wanted it to. And I feel like it wasn't supposed to. I feel like that whatever that was, it wasn't the right thing for you. It didn't match your energy. And so I feel like the karmic wheel is turning in your favor. You could have been married and got divorced. I feel like maybe this person wasn't truly who you thought that they would be. Maybe they made you do everything on your own. Like, it wasn't really much teamwork. You're kind of questioning if you should get married. Interesting. Like, live by traditional values, or if you should focus your time somewhere else in like a different situation. I do feel like you brought yourself out of the anxiety. You're protecting yourself when it comes to your stability and what you want going forward. You're protecting yourself. I don't feel like you're letting old people in. I think that you are strictly focusing on the new. I do feel like you are making sure to check out if people are actually serious about you first before like stepping into that. It's like, are people actually gonna match my energy, or is this a waste of time? So it's like, before you give to the situation, you want to like check everything out and like go based off of energy rather than like in actions rather than just talk. Sun. I honestly, I feel like it's moving you in a good direction. I feel like it's moving you to something that's going to be very stable, something very happy for you. Definitely something that could be marriage material, you know? You're getting your head on correctly on like what to accept, what not to accept in a relationship. Um, so yeah, there's someone from the past that doesn't want you to move on. Um, but you are moving on anyways. You're building something new for yourself. You're going on new adventures, could be going on dates. Devil. I feel like that this has put a block on, like, what has happened in the past has put a block on you, on like your wish fulfillment, like where you want to go in life, who you want to, like, your dreams. I feel like you were let down in the past. I feel like things didn't go well for you in the past, and like things are now starting to turn around for you. Um you're still working on this decision. You're still working on like what you want to do. I feel like you're still working on yourself in some sense too. Yeah, you're going within. Um Make sure you're going within and like really working on like what you want, analyzing what you want, cuz I kind of feel like every now and then your mind goes back to the past and what could have been. And that kind of like, I feel like that might be the block. It's kind of like, oh well, it didn't work in the past, why would it work now? Kind of deal, you know. Um, which they want to remind you like karma is going to prevail. Justice will be served. So just keep that in mind. You're going to get this new passionate beginning for yourself. There's just, you have some old wounds that you have to defeat, like work over and heal first before you move into the new energy. You might feel overwhelmed with this, the choices that, I just feel like you're like all over the place. I feel like you don't really have your mind together. um I do feel like you want more control of your life, and I feel like you're not receiving that control that you want, which makes a lot of sense because Merida, she was all about like that independence and everything. I feel like you're a very independent person, and I feel like you're used to that independence, and you don't want to lose it by going into another relationship and basically like feeling trapped and not being able to live your life because somebody else is like dictating to it. That's probably why they said dictatorship. Um, you could have been dealing with Leo, Sag, or Aries. Um, Somebody who was very controlling of you. So it's important to follow your intuition. It's important to keep moving forward. It's important to work on your old wounds. That way, like, you don't sabotage anything coming in for you. It's important for you to work through that, like, overwhelming feeling that you get when it comes to love in general. Um, I feel like there's a lot more shadow work that you have to do before moving into a new situation. I feel eventually you will get to this new situation. You'll move through all this stuff. But I do feel like there's trauma here. I feel like you've dealt with somebody who tried to control you. Might have even been kind of abusive to you. Um, and that's not what love is. That sounds like it was a karmic contract. So keep that in mind. But you are eventually going to get there. You're going to be happy. There's going to be reason to celebrate. You just have to work through all the shadow stuff first before getting to where you're supposed to go. Um, I feel like you have a lot of connections that were karmic to you that you're working through. A lot of them are very, I feel like they're like really big lessons for your soul growth. And that's why I kind of feel like you're confused on a lot of this stuff. I feel like a lot of confusion. Like, what should I do? It's like I want to go after the love, but I have trust issues, or, you know. It's like it's like you're torn between two. It's like making that decision, torn between two. And it's like you need to fall back in love with yourself, work through those shadow trust issues that you have, and know that like you are in control of your life. People cannot control you. Okay. And love is not about like controlling another person either. That's the other thing about it. If somebody is trying to control you, that is a repeated cycle in another person. So that's important to know. Um, I feel like that's just why you're scared to jump into a new relationship. But your guides are here. They are guiding you. They're trying to help you through this whole situation, um, to get you out of this situation. I feel like you're trapped in your head. But yeah, um, it's probably why the Hermit popped up in reverse. You're trying to gain like traction and control of like how your mind is from everything that you've like dealt with. And it's just really overwhelming. I suggest that you like clear your mind, use fluorite to help you. You can carry that on you. It helps clear the mental fog because I feel like you have a lot of it right now. Um, so that can help you raise your vibration by like make sure you cleanse yourself, and that'll help with the communication with your guides as well. You can even use like selenite. Selenite is very helpful. Carry that on you. Just make sure you don't get it wet. That's important. It will disintegrate underwater. And then you can like sage, use frankincense, Palo Santo, ground yourself. That's really important. I just feel like a lot of confusion on what's going on with you right now. So it's important to focus on the stuff that you've been through, the trauma you've been through, to work through that before you even think about getting into a relationship. You're eventually going to be able to, and it'll be fine. But you have work to do before you get into a relationship that's actually going to stick. Um, Also, like becoming vulnerable. I feel like you can't really let down your guard with people because you've been hurt in the past. So, yeah. But we are going to move into your focus messages real fast. I do see Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Leo again, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Yeah, those are the main signs I see. So make sure you think of 2 questions, label them yes and no, and then, sorry, label them 1 and 2. These will be yes or no questions, is what I meant to say. Order that they pop out is the order that the answers will be received. So make sure you label those questions. Pause the video if you need more time. And Spirit, please connect this deck with this specific reading on what is going on. Focus messages for this reading for Virgo, for love. We have short term already popping out. I feel like this short term is pretty much your like the fog. This fog might just be like a delay for a short term. Okay, you're dealing with a twin flame. Okay. Yeah, that can cause a lot of issues, especially with you have to heal a lot from your shadow side before you can move forward and be with your twin flame if that is your goal. You have a lot of work to do before you can actually reach that goal. Eventually the twins do end up together, and it's great and everything, but it takes time and patience and self-discovery before you can get to that goal. So okay, we do have February, which is Pisces and Aquarius. 888 balance, everything is falling into place. Short term, again, the mental fog. It says you can trust them. Yeah, so you have trust issues, like I said. We have moon sign, which is Virgo. Virgo moon sign, brother could be important. December could be important. That is Sagittarius and Capricorn. This is a test for you to see if you're willing to put in the work to get to where you want to go for your goal. You were dealing with a karmic. So yeah, karmic, whoever, like in the past they could have cheated on you and you have trust issues. You're mirroring someone. You could be mirroring a karmic, or you could even be mirroring your twin flame. Make sure to check that out, what that means. We have Sagittarius energy, which is December and November. We have 555, change, something new is coming in for you. You're going to have a breakthrough. After the short-term reflection that you're going through, reflect, 666, reflect, it's time for you to wake up to your higher spiritual truth. After that is going to create a breakthrough, which is going to lead to change, balancing things out. You're going to get through this mental fog. Just stay strong, stay positive, work through your stuff. Twin flame could be important. So you could also have karma with your twin flame. People don't realize that. Especially if you deal with a lot of like on, off again twin flame stuff, you can actually develop trauma and like karma with them. And it's because you guys weren't supposed to come together at that specific time, but you decided to do so anyways. You might have like control issues in that aspect, you or your twin. And I just feel like you guys might have created some kind of karma, which can be cleared. Like, don't fret, it can like get fixed. It just takes some time. Stop and think. Yeah, I feel like that's about reflecting on everything that's happened. Scorpio, which is October and November. Cheater, you could have dealt with a cheater. Whoever this karmic was could have cheated on you. Normally twin flames don't hurt you in that sense, but it's very possible they could have cheated on you. We are human after all, so Cancer could be important. That is June and July. Leo could be important. That is July and August. Father could be important. Your father could actually be a karmic. Maybe you don't trust guys because your father was untrustworthy, or you could even have a really good connection with your father. He could have some great advice for you. He could also be on the other side trying to help you. Take it as you will. This is going to apply to different Virgos. So no, like, two storylines are the same. We have Aquarius, which is February and January. Faithful. Somebody is faithful to you. And long term. So yeah, this person coming in for you is going to be faithful and long-term relationship. And then we also have Aries, which is, they're saying King of Wands. That King of Wands that popped up, control issues, impulsiveness as well. But Aries is March and April. So there's, again, no yes or no cards that popped out. So we will pull from my pink deck. Make sure you think of your questions. Pause the video if you need more time to think. Okay, Spirit, connect to Virgo. I almost wanted to say Sagittarius. Connect to Virgo. Question number 1, please. Answer to question number 1. Okay, Spirit. Now question number 2, please. Answer to question number 2. We also have a question number 3. So think of a third question, and I will answer that for you. Okay. So question number 1 is upside down. New love is trying to come in, but the old has a hold on you. The old has a hold on you. Okay, make sure I'm saying that correctly. I feel it says coldness, emptiness, emotional loss, feeling unloved. This was upside down, so that's important to note. But the answer to your first question is yes. But this is new love trying to come in. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Your second question is, the answer is justice. This was also upside down. We have injustice, retribution, dishonesty, corruption, and unfairness. And then that was maybe, I think it was upside down. Okay, if it was right side up, it's justice, karma, accountability, law, and integrity. I don't remember if it was upside down or not, so I'm just going to leave that as that. You guys will know because you saw. And for your third question, think of your third question. Pause the video if you need more time. For your third question, it is Six of Cups. This is nostalgia, comfort, pleasure, playfulness, and innocence. The answer is yes to this question. This is my soulmate card, just so you know. So, somebody from the past. This could even be like past life, you know. New love coming in, justice prevailing, getting rid of the karma that you're dealing with, that's blocking the new love from coming in. Okay. So that's that. And we're going to pull from my name deck. This is in regards to both the career portion of the reading and the love portion. Okay, Spirit. Please connect to, I almost said Cancer. Please connect to Virgo for my name deck. The names of the Virgos who could be watching this reading right now. This could be your name, their name, a nickname, a friend's name, father's name, anything that has to do with this reading, that name, you know, their name. Could be spelled wrong. Doesn't have to be spelled correctly for it to be your name. And I always go through this deck twice. Okay, that was one. And two. Okay. And let's see what it has to say. If you'd like your name added to my name deck, you can join my Patreon. It's in the description box below. You will, when you join, you pay $10 a month, and then your name automatically gets added to the deck. You just send me an email with your name and then what sign you are. And then you also get like bonus readings, extended readings, pendulum questions that will be answered, charmed intuition readings. You get discounts on my channel. Well, for personal readings, I mean. Yeah, a whole bunch of different fun things. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Description below. We have Jose, Olivia, Scarlett. Also, when you join the Patreon, like if you decide to only be a member for 1 month, your name will not be taken out of the deck when you unsubscribe. Your name remains in that deck. And then for each additional month that you are a part of my Patreon, you can add another name to my deck. You just shoot me an email saying, hey, I'm becoming a member for the second month. Can I add this name? And then boom, done. Okay, so we have Brent, William, Aiden, Sophia. You will also receive a free mini reading when you join too. And that's personal. So we have Xana, Austin, Lucas, Luna, Julia, Jessica, David, Ellie, Scott, Hillary, Haley, Nathan, Jamie, Wyatt, Rachel, Charles, Angelique, Nick, Liam, Barisbe, Daniel, Cindy, Isabella, Paige, Leanna, Serenity, Mia or Maya, Adam, Zach, Anna, Amy, Maria, Peyton, and Ariana. So, Virgo, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that you could take some kind of message away with this, both of these readings. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below if this resonated. If you don't want to leave your whole life story, that's fine. I love to hear if it resonates. You could just like drop a emoji or whatever. And make sure to turn on the notification bell. That way you are notified whenever I drop another video. Again, I will be doing new moon readings next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I hope you have a wonderful month and a very Merry Christmas, and I hope to read for you again soon. Bye.